What's going on, everyone? Balls, and welcome back to another Manchester United live stream. Thank you very much for joining. Very, very lucky in the end. Didn't expect especially when I saw them go 2-2, I thought, here we go. Dropped another point yet again, but thankfully, Morpie had to do a little handball there. That's why he's on the thumbnail, mate. So good stuff. So it was good to get the 3 points in the end. Wasn't a great performance, to be honest, but yeah, this won't be an in-depth review, just to let you know, because I didn't actually watch much of the game. I was out spending time with the mother, so and obviously it being 9 o'clock, it's prime time, we went to the movies, blah blah. I'm not going to tell you about my night, but anyway, that's the reason I didn't get to watch the game. So I'm just going to more digest about what this result means, more so for that, because I only watched the last 20 minutes, but it was very even in the last 20 minutes from what I watched. Brighton had a lot of the ball. We had some of the ball. Brighton created some chances, and then obviously they put that goal in. I thought Lindelof should have cleared that ball a lot better than what he did. He just sort of kicked it away a little bit. Like you got to clear the ball out. No, don't just kick it like 10, 15 yards. Just clear the damn ball out, and so they don't have an attack. And then obviously they went down. They scored a goal. As soon as I saw that ball go there, I'm like, I guarantee they're going to score from here. And then a couple of passes, they go out, they cross it in, march to the back post. And then the handball at the end, it was a handball. He went and tried to punch the ball out. Like as the commentator said, he should have led with the head and tried to head it out, not use his hands. So fair enough. And Bruno, as he always does, he scored that's now 18 penalties in a row in top flight competition. So it's very, very good for obviously amazing penalty take. Like that's how you take a penalty. You put it in the top corner, not going to get saved. It was perfect. So obviously Matt Ryan went the other way, but it was a good save in the end. But yeah, I did like the lineup though from today. I liked a lot better than last week. I thought Matic instead of McTominay is a lot better. It allows Pogba and Bruno to do their thing. I thought obviously Wan-Bissaka coming back in for Fossey Mensah is obviously a big in. And I like Mason Greenwood out on the right instead of Dan James. I've said that before. I'm saying it again. Dan James is not up to level as what Mason Greenwood is. So it was good to see. I would have maybe liked to see maybe Van der Beek come in to the starting 11, but after his performance from the last game. But at the end of the day, we got the 3 points. So that's all that really matters. So yes, in terms of what that means, obviously for us, it's great that we don't fall 2 games behind the curve, because obviously most of the big clubs have won their opening few games. Liverpool obviously won their opening games. Obviously, a lot of other teams have still got to play, and with teams who having buys and got to catch up games or whatever. But all the top teams have done what they've needed to do, and a lot of teams have won a couple of games. We needed this game to stay in touch with all them, which it shouldn't be what. As Manchester United as a club, we shouldn't be saying, "Oh, we need these points to keep up with these teams in front." We should be the team setting the pace, and then people keeping up with us. But obviously, we know that's not Manchester United of the last probably almost decade since Sir Alex left. Anyway, haven't been that team that has led from the front. But it just shows today, like we go, like last season when we were on a roll, we go to Brighton, we win 3-0 away. Obviously, I know it's a different game, but we win 3-0 away at the same ground against the same team. And it just shows how much, why we need to strengthen. We see like Chelsea getting good results, see Liverpool and Man City winning all their games. And it's like, we needed to strengthen, because as I said in the last review, we see like Liverpool have got obviously Thiago now. You've got Man City who brought in guys like Nathan Ake and Ferran Torres, and they're linked with other players as well. Chelsea, obviously, with the overhaul with like Werner, Havertz, and Ziyech. Obviously, Ziyech isn't playing at the moment, but all those guys there. Even Everton with like your Doucouré and your James Rodriguez and Allen and guys like that. Like teams around, and Tottenham as well, like Bale and like all these. I've forgotten names of teams have signed, but you get my point. Like all these teams have upgraded their team. We've just stayed still. We signed Van der Beek, but there was a big gap between us and Liverpool and Man City, and we need to they're strengthening, and they've got a big gap on us already. So that gap's only widening. So we need to bring these players in to keep up with them, and it just shows that like we don't like our squad doesn't go very deep. Like we have an injury to a few key players, and it's like wow, well we're lacking at this position or this position. Like goalkeepers were fine. We need another centre back. Our fullbacks are generally, like, our depth is pretty good. If we obviously get Tellers, that obviously that's another good positive thing as well. Another guy to add for competition. And midfield's fine, I think. I think our midfield's good. Maybe another defensive midfielder at some point, but for the moment, I think that's not necessarily a priority. And we just need that another winger and maybe another attacking option as well. We're not going to get all of them, but then it's like you go to Man City. It's like, okay, well, if Aguero was fit, Jesus is there to back him up, which he's obviously doing now. You got your fullbacks, Cancelo, Zinchenko, Walker, and Mendy, like, all competing for places. That, like, they've got depth everywhere. Same with Liverpool now, are starting to build that depth, which they didn't really have necessarily in seasons past, but now they've obviously built that depth. So we need to be able to build that depth, which we haven't yet, and which is concerning because there's not less than 2 weeks now until the transfer window closes shut. I still have hope that we can get this Jadon Sancho deal done. I was a lot more confident we were going to get it done earlier, but I'm not as confident now. I hope that we can still get it done, but yeah, geez, 120 mil is a lot of money, but I think he's worth it anyway. You don't get many guys that have got this talent that you're just going to be able to bring in and that they are willing to come in, because as I've said, he's agreed terms, managed agreed terms, everything like that. It's just the fee we need to agree with Dortmund for him to come. So you don't get many talents like that floating around every day. So we need to get that deal done, and hopefully we can get done sooner rather than later. And then maybe and then obviously if we can get Tellus as well. I would like a centre back, but I don't know if we're going to get it. They've supposedly come out and said that we don't need another centre back, which is bollocks. Which we do need another centre back. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, very, very lucky in the end. As I said, if we had more depth and we just had a better squad in general, we would have had a lot easier result today. We would have got a result last week. But like you see, we lose to Palace at home. We just scrape over the line from a handball at the very end against Brighton, because from what I heard, Brighton played very well and they deserved to get that point if they had got the point, but obviously they didn't. But we should be going to Brighton and getting 3 points with ease. Like Man City go away with these teams. So obviously every team goes and they might slip up every now and again, but 95% of the time they'll go away to a team that's not as strong as them. No offense to like your Brightons and stuff like that, but they'll go to there and they'll get the points done pretty safely. But as we saw at the end, we're bringing defensive substitutes on. Because we're such a big club, I get that we may bring on one defensive sub, but we should be bringing on some attackers, because we know that Brighton are going to press forward. So we should be able to get them on the counter and put the game to bed instead of leaving it in the balance like it did today. And then obviously it almost cost us, and again, like leaving the subs right to the end. I get like leaving one sub to the end, but a couple of subs like to bring on maybe like a guy like a Dan James or Van der Beek, or like, I know Fred came on the 65th minute, but just making the subs earlier, making more attacking subs and not all defensive. Like we made Pogba brought off for Fred, which is almost a bit of a like for like, but obviously Fred can play a lot deeper. But then obviously we bring Van der Beek on, then we bring Bay on. So probably not as defensive, but as in I'll probably want to maybe leave Martial and or Greenwood on, maybe one of them, instead of bringing Bay, as I've said at the start of the video, that I didn't get to watch the whole game because I had other commitments. So because of that, I'll just give my man the match. But my man the match goes to Bruno Fernandes. How can it not? He got the assist for the Rashford goal, and he also scored, obviously, the winning penalty. So you can't not give it to him, really. And I will say that, obviously, De Gea made a brilliant save as well. Very poor finish from the Brighton player, actually. Just went straight in from only a couple of yards out. But De Gea at least got it saved and put it away. That could have obviously been the equaliser, but he couldn't have done anything about the second goal. So, no, it was just good to see them get a win and just get back on the right track, which is not what we've done in the past. So, obviously to start the season. So it's good to see that. And yeah, so that'll be pretty much the review, I reckon, because there's not much to digest because I didn't get to watch a heap of the game. I just sort of do a little quick. I didn't want to let anyone down because I've done all these reviews, so I want to come back on here again and get it done for you guys, so I don't slack off or anything like that. So at least I got on here, and hopefully we can go on to bigger and better things in the next few weeks and get some more results. But at least 3 points in the bank, and it's good. Good feeling in a way. So at least I can go to bed a bit easier tonight. But anyway, thank you very much for watching the video and for tuning in live. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Almost only 4 away from 250. So if you guys can help me reach that milestone, that'd be very much appreciated. And please leave any comments of yours in the comments below, your player ratings and all that good stuff, and I'll get to all the comments as well when I get a chance. And then follow my social media, which all the links are in the description below. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Cheers.